If you give up, you're never going to see the results. If I can, you can too. My name is Veronica and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about my fitness journey. And when we talk about a journey, that's exactly what it is. I realized that there's going to be ups and downs. This is not something that is a linear journey for everyone. As some of you may or may not know, I started my fitness journey officially in 2019. There's a little video all about that. I'll put the link right here. And it's just one of those things where, damn girl, why did you let yourself fall off? And I get a little disappointed with myself from time to time. I do, though, expect to make this my life forever. This is just what it is. And that's one of the things that I finally got into my head. And so, like I said, in 2019, I was over 230 pounds and I started working out, got with a trainer, and I worked out with my trainer for a year. And so your girl was doing the daggone thing. After about 2 years, the world opened back up fully and it was, we're going in. So the discipline that I had cultivated up to that time, I just let it all go because, now we're free. We're out of the house now. I can just do whatever. And I was able to sustain a little bit, but not as much. I definitely wasn't as disciplined. You would think after losing 56 pounds that I would have learned my lesson. So of course, gained 30 pounds back. And I was like, you know what? I can lose it. I dropped 20, gained 20 back, lost 10, gained 20 back. And then by the time I knew it, it was September 2024 and I had gone for my physical and I stepped on the scale and I was 218 pounds. I was so disappointed, y'all. I was like, why am I back here again? I also decided to look at my chart. That's something that I had never done before. When I logged in and looked at my charts, I was also surprised to see that my cholesterol was at 264. That's considered high. Normal is anything below 239. And I was so upset with myself that not only had I gained almost all my weight back, but I also was putting my health in jeopardy with my cholesterol being high, and I was pre-diabetic because my A1C was high as well. So the first thing I did was call my doctor. I'm looking at my charts. Why didn't you tell me? And she kind of treated it like, oh, you're doing just fine. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, just keep doing your exercises. Well, obviously, I ain't doing just fine. Now, this is how I look at the medical field. They do their preventative medicine protocol where they check you out, they take your blood, they give you your chart, and they send you on about your way. They don't really talk to you much about how to keep yourself healthy, which I guess is pretty self-explanatory. But if your doctor does not point out to you that your cholesterol is high, this is what's gonna happen after that. If you keep going down this path, your A1C is high, this is what's going to happen if you keep going down this path. Nobody had that conversation with me. Nobody brought it up to me. I had to go and discover it for myself, which you very well should. You should be your own advocate and look at your charts. Pay attention to what's going on with you and your body. However, I also feel like a lot of the times doctors don't say anything until it's time to put you on medication. As I've always said that I never wanted to be is put on medication. Whereas if I just took better care of myself, I wouldn't be on it in the first place. After speaking to my doctor, my decision was solidified. I was gonna take my health in my own hands and I was gonna do something about my cholesterol. I was gonna do something about my A1C, and what that looked like to me, what I already knew in my mind was to start eating more healthy and exercising and make it be for good. I decided after speaking to my doctor that I would get a nutritionist. The great thing, and I just want to pause here, guys, because if you have health insurance, there are so many benefits. I know we just do the regular once a year, GYN and GP checkups and, take advantage of a few other things. But if you have not looked into what the full benefits of your insurance is, please, please, please go log into your insurance account and see what is covered, because I was able to find out that I could get a nutrition, and I have met with her more than several times and I have not had to pay a single penny out of pocket. All right, back to the nutritionist. After I had my appointment with her, I was equipped with some practical steps. All she did was ask me some questions about what my current lifestyle was and told me about some changes that I could make. And then I really like having a nutritionist right now because it's really here for the guidance and just to cause me to think about things a little differently. She told me that there is no such thing as off-limit foods. It caused me to think about certain things and how I could make it make sense in my life. How could I make this now, what I was about to embark on, something that was going to be sustainable and really something that I enjoyed? Let me also highlight that after speaking to my nutritionist, it wasn't as if a switch was flipped. I had a couple of weeks after that where I had to start resetting my mind and making decisions about how I wanted to tackle this. With the holidays coming up, I honestly did not believe that I would be able to even make this happen. It seemed like an insurmountable task, but I knew that somehow, some way I had to make this happen. In the end of November through the beginning of February phase, I was kind of easing myself into the whole thing and getting my mind right. By the time March rolled around, I was in full swing. I was serious about everything. I had my diet dialed in. I was working out consistently, and I had figured out a program that worked perfectly for me. And I had gotten serious about cycle syncing. If you want to know more about cycle syncing and how I made it work for me, I'll put the link to the video right here. But the reason why I felt like that was important for me to dial in what actually worked for me is because, again, making it sustainable and realizing that exercise also puts stress on your body. And perimenopause, y'all, if y'all don't know, it changes the way your body responds to stress. So it was very important for me to cycle my workouts in a way that when I was feeling good and feeling strong, listening to my body, lifting heavy, and then when I wasn't feeling as strong or feeling more fatigued, really honoring what my body was feeling and do workouts that honor that. When I first started out in November, I also figured that I would get a trainer, but by March, after being consistent, I decided that that was kind of ridiculous when I was already paying for a set of trainers with my Peloton. All I needed to do was show up to my basement and that would just be it. But that's really what it requires. It requires you to show up for yourself. I had a vision in my mind of who I wanted to be, and it wasn't that person anymore. I actually have a video coming up about getting in alignment with who you say you are and who you know you are and acting as such. And that's going to be so powerful. Once I get it posted, I'll come back and make sure it's posted here. I had decided that I was going to keep this promise to myself. I challenged myself to keep going all the way through this year. And I'm happy to report that as of today, I am now 46 weeks into my fitness journey, and I have been consistent the entire way through. Fast forwarding to today, November 2025, I just got my results back from my doctor, which I had my physical at the end of September, and my cholesterol is now 53 points down. So I'm just borderline high at 211. I do expect to continue to go in the right direction. And now my A1C is normal. And really, this is all about longevity. This is about building strength. This is about building your mind muscle more than anything else. There were so many days where I said to myself, I just don't fucking feel like it. But I got down there and I did it anyway. And now I'm happy with the results that I'm starting to see. Like May, all the way through the end of the summer, I was like, I'm not seeing results. I'm not seeing what I want to see fast enough. And I did feel like giving up. But I was like, well, if you give up, you're never going to see the results. All you have to do is keep going. And so one of the things that is really harmful that I see all around YouTube that I want to stress to you guys is there's no way you are going to sustain losing 40 pounds in 2 months. There's no way you're going to do it. If you're on your own health journey, I just want to encourage you right here and now. If you feel like it's not happening fast enough, if you feel like you can't do it, you absolutely can. Slow and steady is the way, because that is the way that you create habits, a beautiful lifestyle, and you end up being able to sustain your results long term. And it is so, so worth it. This is a lifetime shift. So I want you all to honor yourself, honor your body, honor your journey with love, and be compassionate with yourself. Being intentional with your health is an act of self-respect and an act of self-love. I know you can do this. Of course, I'll be sharing more of my fitness journey with you as we go along and more frequently. And I have a whole lot of progress to make from where I am now. So I'm glad to take you guys on the journey with me. I know this was longer than what I usually do, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you soon.